Welcome to the Prophecy Club. Our topic today is another source is saying the drones are actually searching for, they say, radioactive material. Well, what does that mean? We think it means suitcase nukes, and that's what the prophecies say. I'd recommend you get potassium iodide at prophecyclub.com. When a nuclear device is detonated, the wind blows the dust, and it's like fine dust, it's like powder. And it settles on everything. You breathe, eat, or absorb radioactive iodine, you pretty much can't avoid it, which kills your thyroid, killing you. But a simple fix is to simply take potassium iodide pills, which then flood your thyroid with good iodine, keeping the radioactive iodine out. You need 1 bottle per person per exposure for everyone from infant to adult, available 10 bottles for gift at $150, which is what I recommend, or $20 a bottle at prophecyclub.com. Shelf life 5 to 8 years, potentially more if you refrigerate it, or even more if you freeze it. Potassium iodide pills, prophecyclub.com. Right now we have them in stock, but so many people are ordering them, you may have to wait a while to get them. And I'd also recommend you have yourself I've got it here out of my reach, a satellite phone. And at sat123.com, they have satellite phones and lots more things. Why? Because when the suitcase nukes go off, the easiest thing to fry is a long wire, so you can pretty much guess your cell phone service, electricity, and whole lots of things are going to be out, perhaps nationwide, maybe even up into Canada. Sat123.com. Also, if you do not have a water filter, you are in trouble, because you're going to be able to filter a lot of different kinds of water when you have one of these. prophecyclub.com. Normally $275 for the 1 filter, now $250, or the $375 for 2 filters, but now $335. prophecyclub.com. I also recommend you call 800-200-GOLD. Ask them to look at your finances. Say, this is what I got. This is what I got stored. What do you think? Do I need to do differently? Just get their opinion. Also, as you know, I heard medical. That's a thus saith the Lord, which is telling me and all those people that believe in Prophecy Club, we need to get prepared to medically take care of people. And I've arranged a 5% discount at refugemedical.com if you use the promo code prophecy. And I look around and I see, I was just watching something, another video somebody sent me, and it's got like 281,000 views, and they do not have near the information nor the quality of the program the Prophecy Club has. So I'm asking you, if you believe in this, share our videos. We have to get this information out. These are the videos I recommend you share, and there are the dates and everything. Please share the videos. Also, as I said yesterday, I'm bringing you new information. If you want the complete list of all the prophecies about the suitcase nukes, here they are. Okay, I also covered this yesterday, but it is further confirmation. I need to cover it again. Military contractor fears New Jersey drones are searching for a nuclear warhead. So it says the founder of the company supplies cutting-edge unmanned aircraft to the U.S. military has offered a chilling explanation, saying, now he's a 25-year experienced veteran, he says that they're searching for a rogue nuclear warhead that has been smuggled in the United States from Ukraine. I think that's baloney. I think that is a patsy for them to blame it on Ukraine, or blame it on the Chinese, or blame it. The problem is Molochs, the people of president that have ruled this world probably since before the Pharaohs. And they told Benjamin Fulford that we've ruled this planet for thousands of years, we'll destroy it rather than give it up. And we better be listening. It's sad to say America is not. The only reason, he says, why you would ever fly an aircraft, an unmanned aircraft at night, is if you're looking for something. Then, on the All Federal Contract Opportunities website, they're now asking for companies to be able to provide potassium iodide tablets. Why? Well, obviously, they're expecting to have to use them. They're asking for a deadline of December 21. They're asking for 224,601 packages of 20-tablet blister packs to be sold to the government on or before December 21, 2024. Why December 21, 2024? Well, maybe it's because on December 22 or shortly thereafter, they're going to need them. I think that should be a real wake-up call for everybody, and you can get yours, $20 a bottle, or $150, get you 10 bottles at prophecyclub.com. Let's move on. I covered this yesterday, but a brief reminder. Radiation is raising an alarm in several places. I'm going to show you a new place today, and I don't even understand what's going on. So up in there where all of these drones are going on, you can read the article if you want to. I covered it yesterday. It's saying that the radiation alarms are going off, and they're scared. They're like twice normal. Supposed to be no more than 50, and some of them are topping 100 on the scale. So this is no longer a drill. This is no longer a scare tactic. This is no longer just a prophecy. This is no longer just someone thinking. They're saying that the radiation in these areas has risen. Recent drone sightings across New York and New Jersey metro areas have coincided with significant spikes in radiation levels. Are you listening? This is not prophecy, okay? This is not someone that had a dream. This is an article. This is a fact. The radiation alarms are going off and they're scared to death. Radiation readings exceeding safety thresholds were detected in two areas, Hamilton Park in Weehawken, New Jersey, and Fort Hamilton near Verrazano Narrows Bridge. That's why the drones are flying, and that's what they're seeking. Look, most people don't know that some 50 suitcase nukes were smuggled into America back in the 80s. They don't know that. Now, it's my guess that they, according to Stanislav Lunev, which was our speaker in 1998, you can go watch the video called Russian Defector Warns America. And you can watch it at watchprophecyclub.com. Watchprophecyclub.com. He says he was part of an organization, part of a team, sent here to America to find places to hide 50 suitcase nukes. Okay, we don't know if all 50 made it here, and he didn't know either. I asked him. But my guess is the reason the Geiger counters are now starting to sound is because the places where they were hidden back in the 80s have now been opened, and it's allowed the radioactivity come out, so the Geiger counters are going off. Why have they pulled them out? Because they're about to use them. They're about to use them, say the prophecies. Again, if you want to get all of them, go back to the front part of this program, and it'll show you. I think it's 11/11 or 11/10 is the date. November the 10th. All suitcase prophecies. You can watch all of them. Tells you all about it. Anyway, let's keep going. So according to the Geiger counter world map, and I'm going to show you that map here in just a second, counts per minute in these locations reach as high as 1,000 counts per minute, far exceeding the normal background radiation of just 30 to 50. In other words, in my opinion, they're pulling out the suitcase nukes out of their lead-covered boxes, out of their hiding places, and they're setting them. They're verifying they're going to work. They're probably getting new detonation devices on them. My guess is so that they can either be all set to go off at exactly the same moment, or maybe it's set off by a cell phone. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But I can't think of another reason why the radiation detectors all are going off about the same time, because they're about to set off the suitcase nukes. Now, I'm going to show you here in just a minute the new places that Geiger counters are starting to go off. I'll show you. Let's finish this. Radiation spikes of this magnitude are rare. Industrial equipment failures are plausible sources. Some experts believe that drones themselves might be equipped with advanced sensors to detect gas leaks or radioactive material. Guys, this is not a joke. It's no longer coming. It's here. They've opened up the boxes for the Suitcase Nukes, and they're preparing to set them off. So it goes on. Unexplained drone activity and alarming radiation spikes have left New York and New Jersey residents puzzled. Well, they're going to be more than just puzzled. Because if you go back and you look at those prophecies, like Coverstone saw this snow-like stuff every place. People in emergency shelters, shivering, cold, no food, no water. Let's go on. Here's some new information. New York radiation levels spike amid drone sightings as Americans told prepare for worst. Why don't they tell them prepare for a suitcase nuke? Because they haven't been listening to me. They won't listen to what God says. They don't believe in dreams and visions. Never mind, the Bible says that's one of the ways God talks to people. As U.S.-China relations expert fears has warned Americans to plan for the worst, amid the ongoing New Jersey drone mystery with reports about unexplained radiation spikes in the area. What does it take? Okay, so the radiation spiking, the Geiger counters are going off, so somebody is sending up drones with radiation detectors in them, so say the other articles that I read yesterday, and people say, I wonder what's going on. Well, because you don't know that they're suitcase nukes. I've been talking about it since 1998 when Stanislav Lunev came and talked to us about it. A former Russian defector said he was part of a team of people looking for places to hide them. But nobody wants to listen to the prophecy student. According to the Geiger Counter world map, I'm going to show you in a second, which tracks radiation levels around the world, 2 areas in the New York metro have been flagged as red. The areas are both said to be over 200 counts per minute? Well, it's supposed to be no more than 20 or 30. What's it doing? I'll tell you what it's doing. They're getting ready to set those suitcase nukes off. The areas both said that over 200 counts per minute safety threshold. There are similar red flags further north near Connecticut. It follows claims, and yet we're having no more views than we normally have. And of course, that's what you call shadow banning, but I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is ask you to forward it to your friends. That's apparently the only way we can reach people with this information. I look, and some of these people have almost 300,000 views, and be nice, Stan, they don't have near the information we do. It's a bunch of guesses. Let's go on. Okay, so this was in the article. Now, if you look at the 2 red dots, that's right around New York, these are places where the Geiger counters have been skyrocketing. There's more. Then the author Gordon Chang has told Forbes the drones could do well with radiation. There have been reports of spikes in radiation in the New York metropolitan area. He said 2 of them, one on each side of the Hudson. There you go, okay. Hudson, that leads to the conclusion that maybe they're looking for an implanted nuclear weapon. Well, maybe if they listened to Prophecy Club, they'd have known this is coming since 1998. Chang's most recent book, and he goes on to say, well, it's China. Well, that's not what the prophecies say. But again, they don't listen to the prophets in America anymore. It's not China. It's not Russia. It's Moloch. Yes, Russia made them. Yes, Russians snuck them into America back in the 80s. But it's Moloch, those people that worship the golden calf. The reason Moses broke the 10 Commandments. They've probably been existing since before the pharaohs and the pyramids. We've ruled this planet for thousands of years. We'll destroy it rather than give it up. See, because this is probably, we don't know for sure, but probably Trump is the first time the Molochs have not been in charge of our government, and we're about to remove them from a financial system. So, since they're not going to be in charge of our finances or our government, they'll just destroy America and they're going to start with suitcase nukes. I'm not kidding. I hope you're listening. Send it out to your friends. Maybe, just maybe, it's reached the point of emergency where they'll listen to the prophets. Let's go on. For more than a decade, U.S. officials have been worried about the North Koreans taking apart a device, smuggling the parts into the United States, and reassembling it in a location of their choice. This is not something which is just wild speculation. That's not the way it happens. They were made in Russia, smuggled into America in the 80s, and they're about to be set off. Chang speculated the drones are being flown either by the Department of Homeland Security or FBI to hunt for nuclear warheads. He's not the only one saying it. He continued, if the danger is serious enough, we could see the U.S. taking emergency action, after they go off. We had planned for the worst. We better plan for the worst. In the event of the nuclear device, possibly a so-called dirty bomb, being detonated on the U.S. mainland, the entire country would be thrown into chaos. Just one go off. Now, I don't know how many are going to go off. I do know that Stanislav Luna said they were attempting to smuggle 50 in. Another prophecy said that there's 35 in our nation. Another one says that there's 10 or 12. Now, I don't know, but it only takes one, and we'll be living in a very different world. And I do not think this is the judgment of God. God did not make those suitcase nukes. He did not plant those suitcase nukes. He allowed it. I think the judgment of God hits when the New Madrid fault hits. That's when the miracles hit, in my opinion. The detonation of a nuclear device on American soil will not only cause panic, but it will cause at least sometime an inability of government to take care of people, which is why you better have yourself a water filter, you better have yourself a satellite phone, you better have some iodide pills. You want to live. I hope you're listening. I'm sorry. I feel like I've not been listened to. For almost 40 years, I've been trying to tell people this, but they don't want to listen. So I'm a bit offended, and I'm telling my heart. So people need to be able to have enough food and water, and they need iodine pills or iodide pills. That's what he's saying. Bethany Frankel claims mysterious new J drones are sniffing out something dangerous. I don't know who this lady is, Bethany Frankel. She's on TV or something or other, but she says she talked to an insider, and the insider told her the drones only appear at night because, get this, sunlight interferes with any kind of radiation or light that they're looking for. Okay, so the reason the drones are looking at night is because they're looking for radiation. And that these drones are ours, and they could very possibly be sniffing out something very dangerous like a suitcase nuke, alleging that radiation levels have spiked in areas across the Northeast where the drones have been seen. Her contact, whose father allegedly worked at the Pentagon and NASA, said this. Again, potassium iodide pills. And I can tell you right now, what I talked about yesterday, everything we had is gone. Okay, we've got another order. It'll be here in a day or two. We can get your pills to you as quick as we can get your pills to you. But once 20, 10 for $150, it's a cheap fix. Would you give $20 to save your life? Would you give $20 even to have a neighbor not die and you can't do anything about it right in front of your eyes? It's worth $20. Now, this is Mercury News, and because I didn't subscribe, I can't bring you the rest of the article. It's getting more and more like that. You got to subscribe, and I refuse to subscribe. So I can only bring you the headline and the maps. So, despite media hype, experts unfazed by elevated radiation at Albany Bulb. What's Albany Bulb? Well, it's that little square land out there by that black arrow. And where is that? Well, that's right off the coast of San Francisco. Is San Francisco one of the cities on the list? You better believe it is. So what's happening? Again, my guess is they're pulling out the hidden suitcase nukes that were put there in the 80s. And our new radiation detectors are picking up that. As soon as they pop open that lead box that I assume it's in, the radiation detectors start going off. So they're, in my opinion, they're only just starting to pull them out, or they're able to pull some of them out in such a way to where the radiation is not being detected. Are drones over New Jersey searching for nuclear radiation? Another article. It says they're to detect nuclear radiation. I think this is like, I don't know, getting close to 10 articles I've got on it. Drones could be equipped with advanced sensors for radioactive material. Elevated radiation levels in New York City coincide with drone sightings. Relaxed drone restrictions are mistaken observations. Oh, that's what the Biden administration says. Oh, it's nothing. Yeah, well, it's nothing until the suitcase nukes go off. And then they'll blame it on the Chinese or the Russians or Ukraine. Anybody, because no one's going to stand up and say, oh, it's us. It's the Molochs that have ruled this planet for thousands of years. And we're doing so because you've taken our finances away and you've taken us and our leadership away. Trump is not part of us. And so we are angry because, just like we said, we've ruled this planet for thousands of years. We'll destroy it rather than give it up. And that's exactly what they're doing. Okay, now I promised to show you the Geiger counter world map. It took me a while to pull this up and to find it. But you see all of those green numbers? Those are all low numbers. If you look at them, some of them are 2, 3, 5, 10, 20. They're all under 50, except there's a couple of yellow ones. If you look at Denver, Colorado, you're 661. And then up in the Kansas City area, there's 153. But those aren't bad ones. The bad ones, the 52, that's not even real bad. The 128, that's getting a little elevated, but what they're talking about is 200, 500, 1,000 in some areas. Now, I could not find where any of them were that high. However, I want to show you. But if you look at this, where the black arrow is, where it says Albany, that's where the article is talking about, that they are having radiation spikes, but they don't know what it is. That's right off the coast of San Francisco. So yes, it is happening, and yes, it is getting close. Here is one of the spikes, specifically in the New York area. Here's another article. Alert, radiation levels in New York City are spiking. Drones are flying over the Capitol. Now, this is the same map as this same one, except for this one is showing them 375 and 250. So apparently what happened is here, they pulled out a suitcase nuke, probably to move it, maybe to activate it, I don't know, or to place it in the right place, or maybe to update it, put on a new device to set it off. And so the radiation detector spiked. But here, they've gone back down. Now, what that tells me is they probably put it in place, got it all covered up again. It's now ready to detonate. Just a guess, but it's a good guess. Potassium iodide pills, prophecyclub.com. 1 for 20, 10 for 150. 1 for 20, 10 for 150. I'd recommend you get 10. If you don't want to lose your life's savings, if you have an IRA or a 401k, the thing to do is call 800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. These folks are Christians, and they specialize in helping people not lose their life savings in the event of a stock market crash and things like that. Look, most of the 401ks, most of the IRAs are in paper, backed by paper. And as Lindsey Williams says, if it's in paper, it's worth the paper it's written on. You can lose it all. 1-800-200-GOLD. 800-200-GOLD. Hey, give them a call. Doesn't hurt. Doesn't cost you anything. See if they can give you some good advice. In 2021, I started making bread. And long story short is I believe God showed me that wheat is God's famine food, just like it was famine food back in the 7 years of plenty, 7 years of famine, days of Pharaoh and Joseph. And I believe that that's what God has planned to feed his people. And you get it by going to josephskitchen.com. 3 steps. First, you want to get a machine package. Second, you want to order 6 ingredients and watch some videos, download the recipes to be able to make the bread. josephskitchen.com. Most of your long-time storage food, emergency food, all of that, typically are talking $9,000 to $10,000 to feed one person for a year. Joseph Kitchen can show you how to do it for around $1,000 a person, and your kids will actually eat it, and it's actually good for you. Here's some bread that I made. In my case, I lost weight, lowered my blood pressure, gives me more energy. I eat a morning, slice in the morning, slice in the afternoon. There's always a slice before I go play racquetball. Go check it out, josephskitchen.com. When the suitcase nukes, I didn't say if, I said when the suitcase nukes go off, if you want your car to start, if you want your computers and your refrigerators and things like that, anything with a computer chip to work, you want to have one of these from EMPShield.com. EMPShield.com. And they have videos up there. It takes about 10 minutes to put on. It's not complicated at all. And if you use the word prophecy, promo code prophecy, you get a $50 discount, and it helps your Prophecy Club. As you recall, this past Saturday, November the 9th, the Lord spoke to me 2 words screaming at me loud like a trumpet. Medical, medical. I take that to mean that not only myself, but also those that follow Prophecy Club, in addition to all of the other preparations we've made, we need to start making medical preparations. And I put that out, and I was deluged with emails sending me to this place. This is the place that all of you seem to like when it comes to medical supplies. So I called them, hooked up, and I've arranged to get you a 5% discount when you use the promo code PROPHECY. Promo code PROPHECY, 5% discount, and it's refugemedical.com. refugemedical.com. And as you can see, they have all kinds of, here's one of the main things you need to get. It's called a burn bucket. This tells you all about it. They also have a business bundle, a home bundle. I think everybody ought to have at least a home bundle. They also have vehicle bundles, church bundles. So they already put this stuff together, and this is not foreign-made stuff. This is all American-made, and it's by a Christian company. And you go to refugemedical.com. refugemedical.com. If you're out and about and all of a sudden you need gasoline, you need food, and the credit cards aren't working, they aren't taking dollars, then one of the best things to have is right here. It's a prepper bar. Each one of these is a little bit bigger than a credit card. Will fit in your purse or your billfold, and it breaks into various pieces. So you could give them part instead of maybe more silver, more gold than you need to. Carry it right in your billfold or your purse. This particular one is 5 bars. You don't necessarily need to carry 5 bars with you, but you call 844-771-1776 or prophecyclubbar.com. prophecyclubbar.com. 844-771-1776.